Recently, I've made a video about the best Intel NVIDIA Value Gaming PC build. Now it's time for the ALL-AMD Value system, and let me tell you, here you're spending much less and getting around the same performance. Stick around because I will show you this system and also some upgrade abilities that you can make in case you have a higher budget and you want better performance. And don't worry if you don't know anything about computers, I will explain what this PC is capable of running by the end of the video. You will have all the links to these components with alternatives down below in the video description, and you will have my website as well where you can find your perfect PC build for your budget. It's really easy, you just go to the website, click your favorite game, go to your budget, and you will see the PC build with the estimated FPS for the game that you selected. With that being said, let's start. For the CPU, I picked the Ryzen 5 5500. Now, I always put the Ryzen 5 5600, but right now the 5600 it's at the same price of the 5600X at around $160. So for $60 less, you're getting the Ryzen 5 5500, which is still a really capable CPU for both 1440p and 1080p gaming. For the motherboard, I picked the Gigabyte B550M, the S3H Micro ATX motherboard. This one is $102 and it's going to have enough features for gaming. For the memory kit, I picked the Kingston Fiery Beast 2x8 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. Now this is $46, and yes, you can go ahead and buy a $40 kit if you want to save an extra $6. But let me tell you, this memory kit looks really good, and that's why I picked it for this all black build. For the storage, I picked the ThinkGroup MP33 1TB of SSD. I highly recommend you sticking with 1TB. If you have to go down to 500 gigs of SSD, fair enough, but let me tell you, most people need 1TB even for gaming nowadays. So unless you play games like Minecraft, Valorant, CSGO and League of Legends, I would recommend you going with 1TB. For the graphics card and the most important component, we have the RX 6650 XT. This one is going for around $260. Anyway, this GPU is really capable of high FPS 1080p gaming and an entry level of 1440p. And we are talking about most titles high settings. Now the NVIDIA and Intel system that I've shown you has the RTX 3060 Ti, which is around 10% faster than the RX 6650 XT. So if you want to get the same performance as the NVIDIA system, I would recommend you going with the RX 6700 XT instead of the 6650, where you will get roughly about the same performance of the RTX 3060 Ti, and the price of the gaming system overall is going to be much cheaper. So trust me, the ALL-AMD systems for gaming are the much better option, but I will talk about that in a second. For the case, I picked the Salman S2 ATX mid-tower case. This one is $55, has a front mesh panel, is definitely more than enough for this type of build. And last but not least, the power supply, I picked the Thermaltake Smart BM2 550 watt 80 plus bronze power supply. This one, once again, more than enough for this build. C-tier rated, so it's good quality still for a build like this. If you want to upgrade the GPU to, let's say, something like the RTX 3070 down the line, then I would recommend you going with at least a B-tier rated power supply. Anyway, the price for this system is $660, and let me tell you, for this price you are getting a great 1080p and 1440p system. I would recommend a monitor like a 1080p 240Hz one or a 1440p 144Hz. And if you don't know anything about computers, I do recommend you searching the benchmarks for your favorite game and the Ryzen 5 5500 RX 6650 XT combination for you to see how it's going to perform in your favorite game or your favorite program. But you will be able to run every single game at 1080p high settings without any issues, and 1440p as well. And if you have more money than $650, the first thing I would recommend you upgrading is the GPU to the RX 6700 XT. That one is around $100 more expensive, so you will be spending around $750 if you end up making that upgrade. And the reason why I don't recommend you upgrading the CPU first is because the price difference is around $60, so just for $40 extra you're getting a new GPU, and that is going to give you the most difference when it comes to FPS. Now, if your favorite game it's a high demanding CPU title like CSGO, then it will make sense to first make the upgrade of the CPU. So make sure to check if your favorite game is more GPU bounded or CPU bounded. And well, if you have more money than that, around $800, then yes, I do recommend you upgrading to the Ryzen 5 5600. But if you make this upgrade, make sure you have a 1440p monitor, because yes, you can get the 6700 XT for high FPS 1080p, but in my opinion that wouldn't make much sense since the 6650 XT is going to be more than capable of doing that. If you got any questions about this build, or you want to buy a PC build yourself and you have a different budget, you can either go to my website, go to my videos, or let me know in the comment section and I will try to help you out with the perfect build. You will also have my playlist of the PC builds videos in the top right of the screen, as well with my top 5 best PC builds video for 2023. And please leave a like and subscribe if you found it helpful, but most importantly hit that bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content, which I do from 3 to 5 times a week. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you on the next one.